A rabbi was once asked if God still speaks to God's people. The rabbi shook his head and slowly said, "It's not that God no longer speaks. It's that silence is simply God's favorite language. God now speaks, or lets all of life speak. But few can stoop low enough to listen." Today's readings invite us into a mutual search. God searching for us, and we searching for God. In Genesis, Adam and Eve reach for happiness on their own terms. They eat, they awaken, and suddenly they start hiding. The great cover-up begins. And God's first word is not accusation, but longing. Where are you? God is the one searching, not accusing, not threatening. The desert in today's gospel becomes the place where that searching is faced honestly. Jesus enters silence, a place stripped of all distraction, a kind of nakedness before God. All of this, the word desert is a symbol of. In the silence of the desert, temptation appears. Not simply temptations about bread or power or protection, but about identity. Listen again to that question that the devil asks: if you are the Son of God. If. The real temptation is doubt about who he is. And it's the same temptation we all face every day. Who are you? We're constantly invited to substitute doing for being. Prove yourself. Impress others. Be admired. Be successful. Belong to the right group, okay? Wear the right things and appear important. Look good. Mask, props, fig leaves carefully sewn together. Beneath it all, well, lies a deeper fear. What is it? The fear of being loved. The fear of not being loved, not being accepted, not being enough. And so we hide, just as Adam and Eve did in the story. It's because silence frightens us, because in silence we meet ourselves, our shadow, our false self, the self we try to outrun. We know we can perform for a while, we can, but eventually life removes the disguises. How? By illness, death, loss of a loved one, failure, change, growing old. What first appears as disaster often becomes revelation, an invitation to discover who we have been all along. Who? God's beloved, a son, a daughter of God forever. Love without any condition whatsoever. For God cannot stop loving, cannot stop searching, because God's identity is love itself. Our identity also. And the good news is what is true of God is true of us. The story is told of a king awakened at night by a dog barking outside the castle. "Guard," the king shouted. "Get rid of that dog." But sire, the guard replied, the dog is protecting you. "Protecting me from what?" asked the king. "From the silence, sire." Perhaps we know those barking dogs well. The constant noise we need, the constant activity, the constant distraction, the constant media, anything to keep us from the quiet where truth is, where our true identity is. Someone beloved that doesn't have to prove their belovedness. Yet God still asks the ancient question, "Where are you?" And perhaps an even deeper one, "Who are you?" To hear the answer, we must become still, quiet, silent, and stoop low enough to listen with our whole being during this time of Lent, especially. And so, my friends, let's be quiet now. Let's let the language of God, silence, enfold us, embrace us, because God is about to speak in the sounds of silence, in God's favorite language.